Hey everyone, it's Jack, Sam and Ross from Cultaholic.com, and it's about time that we gave you our predictions, because where are we going in a little while, guys?
Las Vegas!
Desert or something.
Desert.
Yeah.
For All Elite Wrestling's Double or Nothing, the first official show under the AEW banner after the wild success that was All In. They've decided to make a bloody promotion of it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
There's loads of matches to predict, some of which we have some idea of what we're going to do, and some of which...
Playing it by ear.
We'll see how it goes. Also, we're going to be deciding not who's going to win out of Hangman Page and his opponent, but who the mystery man himself is going to be. But all that in good time. Are we ready to go? Have
Yes,
I missed
we
something
are.
out? Oh!
Danger! Danger!
Not right now?
Jesus.
Is it a fakie?
No, it's a fake. It's all Heyman.
Bloody hell. Right, let's crack on. We're going to start off with one of the two pre-show matches, the 21-man Casino Battle Royale. Do you see what they've done? It's probably good. For a shot, alright, the All Elite Wrestling World Championship, featuring quite a few men, not all of whom have been announced yet, but we'll make the best of it. We'll predict someone who's already in the match, I suppose. We'll start with you, Ross.
I'm going for MJF.
Oh.
Because the winner gets a shot at the title. So you want somebody who is worthy of winning the title. He's a very young man, it might be a bit too soon, but he's certainly going to be an AEW champion one time in his career, so why not now?
Salt of the earth, that guy.
He's a lovely fella.
As they say. Sam?
Well, the first challenger for the belt's not going to win it, is he? So I'm going for Sean Dillinger, man. All the hype's around him. He's been announced, and I think it'll be a nice feel-good moment.
Shawnee Spears.
Shawnee Spears. Go Shawn Michaels.
Shawnee Spears.
Shawnee Spears.
Nah. Come on.
Watch the equipment. I'm going to go for Jimmy Havoc, because I reckon, this feeds into a prediction later on, but I reckon someone's going to debut who Jimmy Havoc could have a right good match against, and I'd want to see that for the AEW World Championship. I don't think that this guy will necessarily win, Jimmy Havoc, but I do think that it could set up a potential dream match of the future. I wonder if you can guess who I'm talking about.
Jimmy Havoc versus Domino.
That's right.
Domino.
Jimmy Havoc versus George Mizanin.
It was between Jimmy and Glacier, because obviously Glacier's in this match as well, but I just flipped a coin before we came on and it landed on Jimmy Havoc, so mine's Jimmy.
Next up, we have Sammy Guevara versus Kip Sabian. Who have you got, Ross, and why?
In this battle of the twinks, I believe someone in this office coined that phrase. It's a good old twink off. They're two very gorgeous men. I'm going to go for the man who I think personally is slightly less gorgeous, but he'll win anyway. Big Sammy will win.
Yeah, less worried about his face.
Yeah, YouTuber and stuff, so he's got all the bands on it. Go on the YouTube, lads.
Come on, Sammy.
I've got to be honest, I stopped watching Being the Elite about 3 weeks ago, which was like the worst time to stop doing that. I had it all the way up through there, watched every single episode, and I've just stopped recently and I feel bad. I'm going to watch them all on the plane.
Lovely.
Which is useless now.
I agree with you. I'm going to go for Sammy Guevara as well. I feel like they've got big things planned for both these lads, which is why they put them in a bit of a showcase on the pre-show. Especially Kip Sabian for the ITV crowd. Oh, an English boy.
Oh, an English boy.
But I think that Sammy Guevara is maybe the person who they're looking at more as a star of the future. He's done the rounds in the American scene a little bit more, and that's why I think they're going to go for him. But it's a tough one to call. Sam?
I'm going Kip Sabian.
Okay.
I'm just being contrary to you guys, and
shock.
Yeah, English. So
super bad.
Yeah,
he's super bad. It's
and
his
he's
name.
Focused on wrestling.
He's super bad. I mean, he's
focused on wrestling.
He's going to lose.
No. He can play the guitar though.
I saw that video.
Penelope Ford.
How is he right? So how is he handsome, tall, good at music?
Tiny dick though.
Oh, right, okay.
Gotta be.
Right, must be.
And next up we have the Best Friends versus Angelico and Jack Evans. Jack, sorry, who are you taking one? Angelico.
He's actually South African. I'm going to go for... This is a tough one. This is one of the ones I'm not very sure on. I'm going to go for the Best Friends, Chucky T and Trenty B. Or sometimes they call themselves Dustin and Greg because they don't care about kayfabe, do they? Because I just think that I think that certain matches on this show will be weighted in favour of the Elite Boys and their friends. And I think that a few of them are going to get wins here and there, whereas some of the higher profile ones might not necessarily get wins later on in the night. But I think that the Best Friends will win. I think they got legs for days in terms of storylines and comedy and that sort of thing. And I think they'll probably be around more regularly than Angelico and Jack Evans, although they are members of the roster. No, I'm sticking with it. I'm going for the Best Friends, Chucky and Trent. Sam?
Nice and short, echoing your sentiments. Yeah, Best Friends, Ross.
I am going for the other lads. Because of the bants, I think, just because and the promo package they had for the announcement for Jack Evans and Angelico. I think that made them feel big time, when I think that the Bants is less big time than the actual big time. So because they felt big time, I'm going to go for them to win.
That's fair enough. I'm actually best friends with Angelico as well.
Are you? How?
Met him twice.
Went to school with them.
Aye. Next up, we have 6-man tag team action. SoCal Uncensored versus Strong Hearts. SoCal Uncensored, of course, are Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. Strong Hearts are Cima, T-Hawk, and El Lindaman. Sam, who have you got and why?
You can't bet against SoCal Uncensored.
Okay.
You can't.
I've done it before.
Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian, Scorpio Sky. That's all you need to know going into the match. They're going to win.
Best in the world.
Yeah. I know Shima's great, but, SoCal Uncensored.
Yep. Ross?
You can bet against them. And I am. I'm going for political reasons, only because of the connection with that OWE. I think a big win for these lads against fully recognisable, established names with this crowd. I think it's a win that needs to happen just for that promotion's sake, because of the link they've got with them. So I'm going to go for them. Politics.
I too think that they're going to sweeten the deal with OWE, because it's a massive untapped talent pool in China. And some of the gifs I've seen on Twitter and that.
Oh, they're mad, aren't they?
They've only been wrestling for like a year. Not the ones in this match, obviously, but the ones that are under their command. So I think, yes, also for political reasons, Strong Hearts are going to pick up the big victory.
And if the Young Bucks are like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Cima is like that rat.
Shredder.
Is it the rat?
Shredder's the rat.
Is it?
No, Splinter.
Splinter.
Master Splinter.
Master Splinter.
Yes.
I think that's the way it is, yeah.
Okay, well, he's teaching
2007, back in the day, he gave him the big break with Dragon Gate and whatnot.
Oh!
There you go, have a win on the big card, pal. That's my thing.
Whoa.
Next up, we have the 6-woman tag, and I'm very sorry if I butcher some of these names.
Best of luck.
It's Aja Kong.
Aja Kong, we know her.
Yeah, we know Aja Kong. Yuka Sakazaki, Emi Sakura against Hikaru Shida, Riho, and Ryo Mizunami.
Yep.
Who have you got, Ross? And why?
Team 2. Because I flipped a coin and it landed on Team 2's half.
Nice.
That is the sort of analysis you've all came.
You only get here at Cultaholic.
I do apologise.
I've got a reason for mine.
Go on then.
I'm going for Team Aja Kong, because I think that, yes, they are going to be pushing younger talent forwards through AEW and stuff. It's going to be a bit different, hopefully, at WWE, where the veterans always get the bigger spots and all that. But I think sometimes you need a bit of a nostalgia act on the card, and I reckon that Aja Kong's going to pile all three on top of each other and just go, there you go, I'm Aja Kong. And everyone's going to go, you are? Yeah, fair play. Yeah, that's what I think. Sam, what do you think?
That's why I'm going with Aja Kong's team as well. Yeah, she's just tough, isn't she?
This is the one.
Best.
This is the one that I'm least confident on.
Wrestling journalist.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh dear me.
And next up we have the triple threat between Britt Baker, Nyla Rose, and Kylie Ray.
He's done it! He's done it!
It didn't take 5 attempts.
Britt Baker name is a bugger to say.
Oh man.
Who are you taking, Jack, and why?
Who
are you picking in these predictions and
Yeah,
why?
I'm going to go for Britt Baker, because I think that she's been at the forefront of a lot of the promotion for the women's division alongside Brandy, and I reckon that with B. Priestley coming in later on, maybe Britt Baker she's a babyface, maybe B will come in as a heel and they'll have a nice little feud. That's my logic. I'm sticking with it. Britt Baker.
Yeah, I think Britt Baker has been positioned sort of at the forefront, as you said. She's been on a lot of press. She was one of the first big announcements.
She went all in.
She did well at All In, yeah. And I think because of that, as Jack said, it's positioning her to be maybe the face of the women's division, which means a big win here would be ideal for her. Ross?
I'm going to go for Nyla Rose, because she is bigger and badder and tougher than the other two.
That's an old school mentality. That's good.
Yeah,
that's
She
wrestling.
is bigger, has more mass, and therefore she will defeat the smaller people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
Plus,
argue
Britt
with that.
Baker's a dentist, where's the priorities here? You know?
Next up, it's Cody versus Dustin. Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes. It's the big old Runnels Bowl. Cody versus Dustin. Sam, who have you got and why?
It can't all be sunshine and rainbows. You've started a wonderful company, you've got all these deals, you think you're better than your brother. He's been going longer than you, and he can still go. So I'm going with Dustin for a big shock upset victory.
Ross.
I don't know where I've plucked this from. Probably from my arse, 'cause that's the way I do this job. But I've got the hint that this is a retirement match for Dustin. And because of that, I've got to go with Cody, because that's the time-honoured tradition in the business that you lose the ass match going out. I don't know where I've got that from. I probably am completely wrong. But we're here, aren't we? So go on.
My reason is that I think that Cody represents AEW, Dustin represents WWE.
That Attitude Era.
And I think that Cody, he wants to kill the Attitude Era and all that. Yeah. I think Cody's going to win, but also, and this isn't, my prediction doesn't ride on this happening, obviously, but I also think he's going to turn heel in the process. Oh.
It's going to take it too far.
I think he's going to go too far. Brandy's going to be like, stop it.
Give Dustin a fully red face.
Yeah.
Slaps Brandy.
Whoa! I'm going to slap his
You
wife.
said take it too far.
Wait, that would be too far.
That would be too far. Like, too
If
far.
that happens,
Too far.
I'm going to feel like a right fool. But no, I think he's
4 far.
I think 3, 4, 5
I'm
me.
going to
4, 4, 5, 5. Cody Rhodes. Cody's going to win, and he's going to be a dick about it.
Next up, we have a tag match for the AAA Tag Team Championships, and it pits the current champions, the Young Bucks, against the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon and Fénix. Ross, who have you got, and why?
Well, so far in the build-up, as far as I've seen it about 3 weeks ago, the Lucha Brothers had the Young Bucks' number, I think. So I'm going to go for them.
Right. Fair enough.
I wish I continued watching.
No,
I don't know why I
it's
stopped.
I think it's going to be the Lucha Brothers as well. Again, for political reasons, because they can take the belts back to Mexico where they appear more regularly.
Also, I think if I pick Cody to win, they can't have Cody and the Bucks win on the same show.
That's selfish.
What sort of message did I send out so the Bucks will take the L here?
Selfish. I think so as well. I'm going for the old Lucha Brothers. So?
I'm going for the Bucks.
Whoa.
They drew massive numbers for AAA.
They did.
And it's just a trip down to Mexico. It's not as if they're on the other end of the world.
Just Jolly
So,
Jones.
so I can see them holding on to him for a bit longer, making that heat nuclear, and then the Lucha Brothers take him back.
Interesting opinions all around. Why have I done that?
You sound like a twat.
And next up, we're not predicting who will win the match, but who will be Pac's replacement to face Hangman Page. Jack, who will replace Pac?
Pac G King. Pac the Jobber.
Might be after this.
Oh. Jon Moxley. Do you remember when I predicted Jimmy Havoc back at the start?
That was a long time ago, that.
I said he's going to face someone who's going to come in and be a hardcore. Well, I didn't say hardcore at the time because I didn't want to spoil it. But no, I think Jon Moxley's going to be the replacement. Richard Tubman told us. I don't know where he's got this from, but
Dave Meltzer's mouth.
Was it from Dave Meltzer?
Literally, yeah, he said Dave
Apparently Meltzer says that AEW are saying they're going to get someone bigger than Pac to replace him. And I can only think of a few people around on the indie scene in the minute, and one of them is Jon Moxley, formerly Dean Ambrose of WWE.
He's not on the indie scene though yet. He hasn't made a single appeance. And WWE follows his Twitter
He's just
accounts.
walking around the indie streets, you know, past the walls and whatnot with a dice on.
Yeah, I am going for a bit more of a wild one because if it pays off, it'll be one of the biggest moments in wrestling history.
Young one.
He's busy, but it hasn't stopped people like Chris Jericho before doing something similar. I'm going for CM Punk. He is commentating an MMA event, and I didn't check where the MMA event was, so if it's on the West Coast, I'm screwed. But yeah, I feel like maybe he gets out of there a bit early. They delay this match till much later in the night, and then boom. But I've got a feeling it's either just going to be Pac in a mask or Moxley though, but I'm going to go with CM Punk just for the sheer shock factor of it.
Right, shock factor.
Yeah.
I'm going for Jon Moxley. Because I put my A-level English literature, the media studies degree from GCSE to good use, and I looked at the wall and I had dice and 25. And you know, the Meltzer quote, if it's true, has proper backed AEW into a corner here, and I feel a bit sorry for them because there's only two options that really have who are bigger than Pac at the minute. One of them's Punk, the other one's Moxley, and I think because Punk's busy, there's a less chance of that one happening, so I'm going to go with Moxley.
And finally, Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. Sam, who have you got and why?
Big, horrible, sad ending.
Oh!
Yeah. Kenny Omega ain't winning this one. Chris Jericho, even maybe by underhanded means. And then we'll get a big moment when all the cameras go off where everybody comes out.
Reigns comes out, Superman punch.
Yeah. But, and then it sort of throws Kenny Omega into question. Like, is he still the best in the world?
Fair enough.
So he's not the best in the world because Shane McMahon is.
Okay. And also Jericho's got that IWGP heavyweight title shot.
Yeah.
Against Okada as well. So.
Yeah.
Ross?
I think Kenny Omega will win just because of the plans that were leaked here and everywhere that apparently Pac was going to win against Hangman and then go on to face Omega, and that's where the defeat for Pac couldn't happen. So, Kenny.
Fair.
Yeah.
I'm going for Kenny as well, but for slightly different reasons. I didn't know when reading that report whether that meant that Omega would have lost and he's on his way down the card to meet Pac, or whether he would have won and Pac meets him at the top. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So instead, I've tried to look at it overall. And at first I was going to go for Jericho because of his title shot in Japan and because of the fact that he's already lost to Omega. But just looking at the big picture, I've tried to step away from it. And Kenny Omega has to be the big figurehead of All Elite Wrestling in terms of in-ring ability. So I can't bring myself to pick against him. So I'm going for Kenny Omega. So that's it for our predictions for AEW's Double or Nothing, which we will be attending in Las Vegas, Nevada. How exciting, how very, very fun. Be sure to stay tuned all weekend for all of our coverage, and we'll be doing various different things in terms of pictures, and what happened out, of course, and all that good stuff that you like to see from our channel. And I can't think of anything else. Do you want anything to plug? You got anything? Oh, no, friend. No. See you in a bit. Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments section down below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter at Cultaholic and on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, then please do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can pledge. And don't forget, of course, most importantly of all, to hit subscribe and to join us.